Hey everybody, what's up? This is Lindsay, and I've been thinking about doing a video for a little while now, and the theme of this video is about being natural and how it's been coming more into the mainstream in this past year or so. And a lot of people have been saying, well, you know, this is a fad, you know, these girls, they had perms their whole life, and they're not going to be able to handle being natural, and they're not going to be able to get jobs, and they're not going to, you know, be socially accepted. But I just wanted to talk about that for just a couple of minutes and just explain a little bit about why I went natural. And a lot of women have been saying, you know, when they go natural, it's a big spiritual and emotional experience. For me, it was because my hair was extremely damaged and it was extremely over-permed. And being in college at the time, I went natural in 2003, so about 7 years ago. And I really didn't have a whole lot of options as to what I could do with my hair other than, you know, get extension braids, get cornrows, and my hair was really suffering from that. I actually, when I worked for the paper, I did an article about how there were no black stylists on my campus. I went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, and there was no one that was a really good professional that was there to do hair, and I think that that's the case on a lot of, you know, mainstream campuses. So after seeing what had been done to my hair and that it was literally falling out, my mother did suggest to me that I grow my hair out and just wear a short natural for about a year or so and just let my hair get healthy, let it rest. And it really caught on with me because my hair was a lot stronger. I could do a lot more to it, although I was kind of afraid to do different things to my hair that a lot of women are doing now, like, you know, getting twists and two-strand twists and coils and things like that. I would just wear it in a basic afro, or get like kinky twists or cornrows or micro braids or something like that. But for me, it took a lot of stress off of me as to, you know, like, what am I going to do with my hair and all of that. So after graduation, going out and trying to start a career in the corporate sector, it also helped me with that because I did see a lot more sisters wearing naturals, wearing braids, wearing twists, and it was very encouraging to me, as I'm sure it was very encouraging to a lot of other women who at the time were trying to, you know, establish themselves in a professional way. And also at the time, there were a couple of people that, you know, were at my church and my family who were also going natural and starting locks, and I was really encouraged by that, and I was really sort of inspired, I guess you could say, by that, because it made me feel comfortable in that I was like, I don't have to, you know, be like the mainstream. I don't have to have a perm every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, like I felt like I had been doing for the past 20-some odd years. And I think that it's really catching on now because a lot of people are seeing what it's doing to their hair. A lot of women are seeing what it is doing to their hair, and they're sort of kind of going against that right now, which is, I think, is very good, and it does give your hair the strength that it needs. It does give your hair the, I guess, the flexibility, I guess I can't really find the word, but the creativity that you can have with your hair. I think it's really beautiful that women are starting to accept this a lot more now, especially black women, because in tradition, a lot of black women have been against natural hair for a very long time, and for the most part, a lot of the older women are still against, going natural, as they say. But I think that a lot of the younger women are really going to be encouraged by what they see with, a lot more women being natural in the mainstream. And not that I'm knocking women who, wear their hair straight or wear perms or wear extensions or weaves or anything like that. Do you? At the end of the day, it's about what makes you feel comfortable. But I just think that when you're going natural, I've had a lot of, my sorority sisters and friends of mine, people that I work with, asking me about, when did you decide to go natural? What really was the turning point for you? And I think that was what the turning point was for me, just, having it out there more and having it be more accepted. Now, for people who are considering going natural, let me tell you, first of all, everybody's not going to embrace it. Right off of the bat, you are going to face a little bit of criticism, especially if you have a lot of older women in your family who still wear perms, who still get their hair relaxed. And that's just something that you have to deal with. That's something that I've dealt with, with my friends and also in my own family. The people, kind of giving you the sad eye, like, what's wrong with your hair? But, I have a lot more confidence in myself now that I have come into my own as a young woman, and that type of thing doesn't even bother me anymore. And also, if you are planning on transitioning, or you're transitioning now, make sure that you do what's right for your hair. Don't over braid it, don't over twist it. Find the products that work best for you. I tend to really promote a lot more organic products, a lot more natural products, things that can be as simple as, a bottle of olive oil from the grocery store, things that are as simple as shea butter and honey. You don't have to put a lot of product in your hair to work with it. And I also encourage you to get familiar with your hair. Touch it, when you start going natural, know what your natural hair feels like. It's not going to happen immediately. You're going to have to eventually, cut that perm out. But once you feel the actual texture of your hair, because I think a lot of black women start relaxing their hair at a very young age, and they never really get acquainted with how their natural hair feels, and they don't know how their natural hair feels. So they just associate it with, like, oh my God, my hair is frizzy, my hair is nappy, oh, it's time for a perm. But when I started feeling my natural hair and knowing what my natural hair felt like, it was soft, it was pliable, it felt good. And that's something that I thought was really positive. It was a really positive experience for me. And I would like for more African American women to have that experience. Like I said again, it's all up to you and what you want to do with your hair. But be careful while you're transitioning. Find a style that works for you. Find a stylist who that specializes in natural hair. There are a lot of stylists out there who will not or don't know how to do natural hair, unless you're like, 9, 10 years old, and they'll put braids in your hair, in a minute. But be creative with your hair. Know what works for your hair. Try to stay away from heat. and just take care of yourself, you know, from head to toe. You know, it's all about, you know, what you eat too, and I'll probably do another video about, you know, how what you eat does affect your hair and how your hair grows. And I really want to just send out some positive energy and some encouragement to the young women who are considering transitioning or considering going natural or starting locks. It's a wonderful process. It takes about a couple months to a year to totally grow out your perm, unless you want to just, you know, shave it off like a lot of women do and just wear short natural for a little while. But I think that we as black people need to, you know, stop downing ourselves and stop, you know, bringing out that negative energy towards one another, and start encouraging one another and being more positive in the way that we carry ourselves and what we promote amongst our own people. I think that is it. I know sometimes I start to ramble. I'm a talker, but I really hope that this can be a blessing to some young lady or some older lady, to anyone who can take the positive message out of this video. And I hope to see you all again. Thank you all so much, and blessings to all of you. Go with God.